Hey, hope you're all doing awesome today. One of the questions that I get in some of my classes are, how should I file my business structure? Should I do a DBA or should I do an LLC? Well, here I'm going to give you the pros and the cons and what each one is. Basically, a DBA and an LLC is the legal formation of a business. Basically, limited liability company and a doing business as. Now, both of them have their own advantages and disadvantages. So we're going to list them here. As far as the pro, on a LLC, a limited liability is exactly what it is. It separates you from your business personally when it comes to liability concerns. Number two, it gives you the tax flexibility. An LLC is treated as a pass-through when it comes to taxes. So the organization pays zero in taxes. The profits are distributed into the ownership's hands and are taxed at that point. Number three, credibility. An LLC is more credible in the eye of the public in most circumstances than a DBA. It gives you that extra professionalism. And number four, there are no maximum number of members that can be part of an LLC. So whether you're by yourself, you and a partner, you and multiple partners can come together and form an LLC. Now there's cons here. What are the cons? First is the cost. It costs more to create an LLC than it does a DBA, but in the long game, it's not really that big of a deal. Number two, the other con is paperwork. There is more paperwork, not just on the front end of forming the business, but also throughout with, reports that must be pulled and filings that must be done throughout the year. And number three on the cons of an LLC is the rigid profit distribution. Each member must obtain an equal share of the profits at the end of the year unless it is otherwise stated in the bylaws. Okay, now let's look at a DBA. What is a DBA? A DBA is not technically a legal entity. It is a register of name. That is just saying that you are running a business as you, doing business as something else. As we look at the pros and cons, like an LLC, there are pros and cons when it comes to a DBA. First and foremost, the pro is the simplicity. It's easy to get it started. It does not cost very much. The second pro is the flexibility. You can brand yourself without having to worry about trademarking or owning a name if another individual already has that name. As long as it reflects your business, you can utilize it. And then the third pro in a DBA is privacy. You're able to go to market not as Chris Anderson or you. You're able to go to business as Joe Blow's Tires, Joe Blow's Cleaning Company. You're able to go to business as a professional entity. Now, like an LLC, there are cons. In my opinion, these are some big ones. First and foremost is there's no legal separation between you and your business. So you are held liable if there's an issue within the organization. Someone gets hurt, you get sued, taxes, things as far as that nature. There is no separation. You are the business. The second con is there's no tax benefits. Since all the money that is produced and made after expenses is considered income, it is strictly a pass-through and comes directly back to you. So you must claim it all as income. Now, number three is similar to the pro when it comes to being able to name your business what you want. But the negative side of that is anyone else can take that same name. Since you are doing business as this other agency, you do not own the rights to that name. So if someone else in your market wants to brand themselves as you, it can be done. And that's where an LLC can come in and protect you. So you ask, which way should I go? It all really depends upon you. A lot of businesses will start out as DBAs, and then once they find their niche and once they start moving forward, they'll go ahead and move into an LLC. Personally, myself, I look at it as it's a little bit more work on the front end, but an LLC in most instances, I personally feel, is very beneficial. It separates you from your company. It gives you that buffer space where it's necessary, and you still get the income coming back to you as an investor into your own business. So the money that you put in, you can take back out tax-free. And then at the end of the year, the profits, you can either reinvest them back into your business or take them out and they are claimed as income. And that is equally distributed whether you have 1 member or 100 members. I am all about the security of separating myself from my business. I don't want someone to come after my personal assets, and I don't think you would either. But it's okay to have a DBA. It's quicker. You can get into the market faster. You're still able to get the insurances and the things that are necessary, but you got to be prepared that things can happen. And if they do, you must be ready to cover those expenses. So DBA, LLC, it's completely up to you. Know your business, know your market, know the how it could come into the market and what could come back on you. So be prepared for any legal actions, any downside that could come out of it. Just be smart. I hope this helps. Have a great one.